Pop on in. Dick.
Hey, this giant face is gonna wake up. Hey, welcome to Herbert S. Tuttleton's Hell Hour. You made it. Wow, we're gonna have a lot of fun. We got so much fun for you guys, but we wanted to do this video just to give you some instructions on how to make it a real cool stream. We got up to one hour of content, and you have fun and chat it up all the time, because there's gonna be a delay, so just, I'm in a funny hat, just chat it up all the time, and we'll look at it, and that's it, and call Herbert S. Tuttleton a real piece of shit, because that's what he is, so just do that, and also no blockchain talk, don't.
I want to die.
So we're gonna have so much fun, that's it, and you're gonna see it now. Here comes Herbert S. Tuttleton's Hell Hour. It's starting right now. Right there it is. Hello and good day. I am Herbert S. Tuttleton. Ding ding, it's Monday. Time to start the drolling dullards week of manual labor 9 to 5. And I'm here to welcome you after your work in the steel mill at 7 p.m. PST. I'm sure you all want to go to bed to wake up the next day to do it all over again. But I am here to whisper you off to sleep and hope that you have lucid dreams where you control your dreams. You are the dream master, and you definitely can read newspapers in your dreams, and you don't get stuck in a goopy staircase that your feet feel like sludge and there's a murderer at your back. That's what I hope to achieve for you tonight, and we have quite a show for you. Kim McVicar is joining us via chat, but we have a very, very prominent guest. I promised him to you last week, and I intend to deliver. Of course, you all know what I'm talking about. I briefly mentioned that we will have Gilbert Gottfried on the show, and we will have him on the show. However, we received a call from Gilbert Gottfried directly. My booking manager slash gardener received the call, and I'm just going to play it for you because we have Gilbert Gottfried, but you'll see what I mean.
This is Gilbert Gottfried calling. Where do you get off telling people I'm gonna be on your show? I wouldn't be caught dead on your show. Your show is like sex with my daughter. Society still thinks it's wrong. I tell you what, I'll come on your show when I'm dead. When I'm... I'm Gilbert Gottfried.
Unfortunately, Gilbert Gottfried has expired. We have the last known audio recording of him living. So therefore, I can say safely that we have had Gilbert Gottfried on the show. Promise delivered. Thank you very much. All of the chat should be whooping it up right now because we got him. We got Gilbert Gottfried, and guess what? No one else will, because he is stone cold dead. And no, the Hollywood Reporter has not reported this. No one has reported this yet. We have actually kept the secret, which is semi-illegal, but it's a gray area. So, in memory of Gilbert Gottfried, we here at the Hell Hour have put together a little memorial video. Please enjoy the life and times of Gilbert Gottfried.
It's a living, walking, talking Jew in Miami! Must be one of those science fiction. And I'm not saying I want my daughter to have sex with me. I just want her to know that Barbie dream house wasn't free. Is it good? Excuse me, do you mind? I'm working.
Who are you?
See more smoke. Smoke detector. Ah! Good night.
Such tragic news, but he left behind him a massive body of work, even though he was only 5'3". So, Gilbert Gottfried, illustrious career, deeply saddened by his passing. But of course, let us not delay the stream. Let us think of more happy times. Here is Kim McVicar. Kim, you are live on Herbert S. Tuttleton's Hell Hour. Wish we could say it was in better circumstances, but Gilbert Gottfried has died.
For real?
Yes, we have the last known audio recording of him living, and it
What
definitely...
did he say?
He said that he wouldn't be caught dead on our show, and then he said, you know what, I'll be on your show when I'm dead, and then he proceeded to die. But not before saying that our show is like sex with his daughter. Society still thinks it's wrong, which was a weird comment, and then his stand-up also featured that in our memorial video. So I know that there's truth in comedy, but...
Did he die in the audio recording?
Yes, he did. He expired in the audio recording. So that's where we're at. I guess I'll begin. Let's just reflect on his life. Kim, your thoughts on Gilbert Gottfried's passing? Had you worked with him, you being a stand-up comic yourself? Any thoughts on that at all?
Was he the Affleck duck for a minute and got in trouble for it?
Yes, due to a joke about, I hear that there's great property values in Japan because schools are flooded after the tsunami in Japan, and everyone thought that was insensitive. But by today's standards,
that was the mark.
That was the one. Yes.
That's crazy.
Yes, so he was dinged by that, and then he was fired from the Affleck Duck role, and then someone who sounded exactly like him, we like to call those people scabs in the business, took up his role, and I was that scab. So
okay, I was gonna say, why wouldn't anybody do that?
It was me.
Oh, good. I'm glad that you're getting work out there.
Only when people die, strangely.
I'm so sorry that he passed. I don't know.
As a stand-up comic yourself, is life on the road hard? Can you speak to any sort of like...
I thought you were going to get into a Gilbert Gottfried thing there.
Did you meet him on the road? Was he on the road with you? And
I've never met him in person. I've just only seen him in floats and commercials. He's
probably
always
the best
in a
way to
boat.
experience him.
Yeah, I felt like he was always in a boat. But to answer your question, comedy, traveling is amazing. I like hotels. I like flying. So I love doing it. I love seeing new towns. I like meeting strange people. It's all very fun for me.
Is there any negative experiences on the road, like anything that would cause like stress on the heart or diseases to develop on the road that Gilbert Gottfried might have contracted?
I mean, if he had a similar incident where someone rushed the stage, I've had somebody like aggressively come to the stage. That gave me a little anxiety. So maybe since he's like known for the #1 hated voice in the world, maybe he got that more.
Like, you think people rushed the stage in anger, not in fame? I imagine that your fans were rabid and they were rushing the stage to say, hello, we love you. But Gilbert's fans would be coming to say, hello, we hate you.
Yes, and the person who rushed my stage hated me as well. So
it seems that if people rush the stage, it's usually a negative connotation.
Yeah, it's never a good thing. People who love you, wait till you're done to take a photo.
Wait till you're done. Yes, they're polite. That is said. I see that you have your marquee behind you for your comedy special. Please notice me.
Yeah, I just found her today. What a nightmare of a photo this is. I don't like. What? You can't tell, but I'm looking like this in it. Can't. It's impressive. I dropped everything while I did that. Yeah. What a nightmare, but in a good way.
in a good way, but you achieved the look that you were going for, which was absolute excitement. It
An
looks like,
insane pop-up that looks like me.
and that was
Sorry.
out in the front lobby of your stand-up special.
You're 100% right. Where people took photos with it because that's apparently my face.
Do you think the cardboard cutout has received more photos with people than you yourself?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. She's been in front of the Scientology building. She's been on Hollywood Boulevard. She has traveled. She's good.
My God.
We should give her a name. Anybody who's watching online right now, you should give her a name and we'll name her that.
Yes, we have the chat on the screen right now. Looks like Michael Voroskovic. I butchered that name. Boo, I see no hell. Yes, it looks like Michael Voroskovic has dominated the chat. Michael, do you have any name suggestions for this cardboard cutout? Anything at all?
He's like, I left as soon as I found out the app.
It's true. We get a lot of chatters in the stream, and they usually are return chatters because they really like to put me down very hard. So we'll probably get some of that.
That's awesome.
You could call them fans, but much like the person rushing your stage, I think that they hate me more than they enjoy my presence.
But aren't they the best?
Well, Michael, we catch up because he said you said it right the second time. Michael, what are we going to name this thing? Colin Jeffrey, the only other person, feel free to chime in. Otherwise, it's the Michael Voroskovic show 100% of the time. He's just, as we call in the business, spamming the chat. And there are no moderators because we have no rules just right. As the Vermont flag states, please no steppy. So we do not moderate the chat. Michael Voroskovic says, I do stand up as well, ... The ellipses lead me to believe that he's going to tell a joke at this time.
Or do his special right now, a full hour since it's his show.
I guess. It is Hell Hour, and boy, am I in hell. So at least something was achieved. Well, I tell you what, since the chat is delayed quite prominently, we'll wait for Michael to formulate a very concise, brilliant, and poignant joke that he will type in the chat. It will have to be a verbal thinker.
No pressure.
Absolutely. Kim McVicar?
Yes.
You're on Hell Hour. Thanks, Colin. Catch up. He said making you vamp. Well, I will vamp because as a lot of people called me last time on the stream that I was a pale vampire. So I guess I can vamp until infinity because vampires can never die.
But it's also COVID. Like, you can't go out. It's not your fault.
I can go out the night. I can't go out during the day.
Yeah, but you're not going to get sun. Oh, as a vampire, yeah.
Yes, and I cannot get COVID because it's not a blood disease. It's a respiratory disease, so... Marcus Fictilis chimed in, why are you so tiny? Here, Jesus. I can't believe I'm, like, giving the chat what they want in real time. Might as well just fuck off forever and just have Kim do the show. Would you like that? I'm making myself larger and positioning myself better so they can see my face.
Oh, I see. Yeah. You have it where it's me blown up, which is a nightmare. Because
some would say a dream.
I refuse to put on makeup or brush my hair for this.
Well, you have a wonderful natural beauty, and it's COVID time, so...
I was like, oh, I have to do this interview, but also, do I want to fix this one piece of hair? Never. I'm just going to continue to touch it.
You know what? It will be captured in the beautiful 720p quality that we're recording in, so thank you for... Oh, no, the logo.
Oh, Starbucks app. Hey,
we are not sponsored.
Starbucks has a game right now. Everyone should get on it.
What? Starbucks has a game?
Yeah, they have their Christmas game right now where you can win a lifetime supply of Starbucks. You just have to buy Starbucks every day to win the game.
It's like the Monopoly of the grocery store. No one ever plays.
I play it. I'm going to win.
You're going to win the Starbucks game or the grocery store game?
Both, now that I know that they exist.
I mean, double your chances, but you do have to play more games and also compete in consumerism and consumerist society and capitalism, which is truly the real disease. I think.
What is the space? What is the space?
Just a moment of pause for me to think. It's quite hard running a stream as well as thinking of the very poignant things to say.
Yeah, you need a side person to do all of your stuff for you.
If only. Unfortunately, COVID has demanded that I do this on my own. Also, that no one will do it for me because everyone has found me repugnant. So that's.
I will say, I remember the first time Herbert, Shebert did stand up. And I was sitting in the back of the room, and we were talking before, so people thought that we were friends or that we knew each other, which we are, and we do. And you got on stage and screamed for like 5 minutes, and somebody was like, "Why are you talking to that person?" And I was like, "At least they called you a person. That's very nice."
I've made human status. It's a very big achievement.
Yeah, it was really fun.
So that was at the Hollywood Improv, yes?
No, I'm thinking of maybe it was there too, but I am thinking of the time where what's that bar that has what's it called? It's like Happy Endings or Happy Hour. It's like a weird bar on Sunset.
Weird bar on Sunset that was doing stand up?
Mm-hmm. And like a weird back, like it's the bar and then there's a little room in the corner.
Oh.
And it's like, it seems like the store is called Happy Endings. It's not, but.
It's not Bert's back room, is it? It's not that.
No.
Fuck, I know what you're talking about. I'm trying to think. Oh.
It's like mostly homeless people live outside of it.
Oh, that's.
Your bikes go to die.
Well, Kim, as you said, homeless people sitting outside of it. I jogged my memory as I was clutching my purse strings, making sure that no homeless person were to take my pennies. You're talking about. They don't
have a stream. We're fun.
That's true. But you're thinking of Sycamore Tavern.
Yes. It used to be called Happy Hour, or Happy Endings, or something like that.
I think it was called just Happy Hour or Happy Thursdays or something like that.
It's still called Happy Ending.
Yeah.
Sycamore is what it is, though, now. You're right.
Yes, that's also where a bunch of male hosts denigrate women and get away with it, and everyone's really pissed, including myself. So that's fun.
Yeah, you got real deep there.
Well, I don't know if you were there, but there was one time that
when the big fight.
Yeah, the big fight. I love the big fight.
I love that shit. That's what I miss. This COVID is like people aren't peaceful online, but everyone's peaceful in my everyday visual life, and it's very upsetting not to get to watch people be insane in person.
It's true. That guy dug himself 6 feet under and then continued digging like he was going to make it to the other side of the world.
There was a comic, for those of you who are listening, he was hosting a show and he said a racial word and somebody got upset obviously. It was like rightfully so. And then more people got upset and he just kept digging and he basically said the N-word. I think he might have, and it got into a bad place because he wasn't using it in a joke form. And it got real bad. It was
real bad. We were like, I think he's going to apologize, and he kind of started apologizing, but then he quickly doubled down, and it was game over.
And then he was like, and women suck too.
Yeah, he dabbled in sexism. He really checked all the boxes for a real piece of shit that night.
Yeah, that's what I like about comedy. I know I shouldn't, but I do. I think it's so funny because I know you're not supposed to do those things. But it's funny to watch people be like, can I do it? I think I can do it. It's like, no, you can't do it. No. It's so fun to watch.
It's really fun to see something happen in real time. If it's horrible or if it's just if someone were to do a kickflip off of a wall, I would be like, that's cool. But anything in real time and stand-up shows is great. Like if a guy played a flute. Let's check in on the chat here.
So many things. Who is?
Please, not the nose again. It's been roughed enough. Can't you see? Please, not in the nose again.
Wait, you put your nose up while they're talking about your nose? Do you realize your camera angle?
I guess
you literally...
so. I do know my camera angle, but I'm reading off of the screen. This guy looks like...
What is your goal in life? What do you want to be when you grow up, Herbert? I know you're grown, but...
I wish to be the best screenwriter in Hollywood. I wish for...
What kind of screenwriter? Drama, comedy, what?
children's animation. If I can get Badabi's Big Day debut greenlit and we get that series off the ground, then that's fame and fortune for me, and I will be set for life, and I will not wish for anything less.
I love it. I'm so in. What's the arc of your kids' show?
A shower fucks a toilet, and then the resulting child has to figure out what his purpose is, and it's to wash people's butts because he's a bidet.
I mean, I see all of this. It's the right visuals. Like the shower has the right body parts. The toilet has the right body parts. This is very...
When you think a bidet is just a toilet with a shower instead of... It's like blow instead of suck in vacuum terms.
When I was a kid, we moved to a house that had a bidet. And I just remember my mom telling me, it was in her bathroom, and she said, "This is not a fountain. Do not drink from it." And I remember being like, "Why?" And she was like, because she showed me. And it kind of looks like a fountain, like the old ones. I'm sure now they don't. It looks like a toilet seat with a fountain in the middle. But I never used it. I'm so upset. My whole time. I lived there for several years, and I never tried it once. Life regret.
You're talking about the French bidet, where it's an actual separate porcelain appliance.
Mm-hmm. It is.
And you have to squat to do it.
There's a toilet, and then toilet next to the toilet looks like a fountain with the toilet seat around it.
Yes, you are correct. And I remember it being slightly lower than the toilet, so you really have to get in there, which I think was...
like the 90s, yeah. I never used it.
I think I only used it once, and I was like, ooh, gross. I got a wet ass now. I think that's what I said.
Maybe I did use it and I don't remember. I did push it a bunch because I like to watch the water come out, but that was it. I never played in it. I guess it's playing when you push the button. I don't know. But it was fun.
It's playing when you push the button?
Yeah, that's like you're not supposed to push the button.
I see.
I had a weird childhood. I didn't have a lot of fun. They didn't let me do things.
They didn't let you... What things do you think you were deprived of as a child that you think you would do now?
I would sit on a bidet all day long. I would eat... No, I was allowed to eat candy. I used to love watching Married with Children. And I don't think I was supposed to, but I watched that all the time.
You watched Married with Children all the time? Ed, they were called the Bundys, weren't they?
Yeah. But he secretly loved them. I never understood how they lived. Like, I remember watching it and being like, how are they living off of crumbs from the toaster? How do they survive?
That was the rationale, is that they lived off of crumbs.
Yeah, because they didn't have money, but it was like very confusing. But Kelly would get, all this side stuff. I guess they ate when they weren't home. I don't know.
Yeah, she had a catering job at one point, and then she would bring home all the catering food, and that was like a justification. But that I think that's a weird joke that they made, because I think that the guy from Modern Family, as we know him now, I think his name was Ed Bundy, as in Ted Bundy, but they just cut off the T.
I never thought of that.
That's a weird joke to make in mainstream TV, and it was pretty mainstream. Also had the voice actress from Futurama. All these people probably had much more illustrious careers than I am giving them credit for, but these are like recent pop titles that I notice.
Every single one of them are amazing actors. I loved that show. That was like a show I had watched growing up.
Christina
Marcus
Applegate
said I had a fancy bidet in Korea, and it had a button that would pour out a glass of water. That's crazy.
You pour in a glass of water, and then a glass of water comes out?
My brother went to prison, and one of the things, so we had a bidet growing up, and while he was in prison, he learned how to cook in his toilet, because apparently his toilet in prison, and this is in America, I'm Canadian, but he was in America, had a hot water valve, and they would cook like ramen noodles. So kind of like a bidet thing like this guy is saying, it seems like, where like you could make like ramen noodles out of it after hours.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I imagine that toilet must be immaculate. Did they make sure that
only two guys were it's like two guys in a cell.
So was there like rules where they're like, hey, from from the dinner hours of 4 to 7, no shitting in the toilet.
This is something I need to ask him about because I have all of his letters. He's out now.
He's
and
out
like
now?
he wanted. Oh yeah, he's out now. He's in Canada living. He's actually in the entertainment business. He's actually climbed up the ladder very fast.
He's out and walking around, a threat to society, walking around.
Yep, he's driving around. No, he works with famous people all the time.
What kind of who is the famous people? Like when I think of like Canadian famous, I think of like the cast of Schitt's Creek.
No, he does American films. They're just shot in Canada.
I see.
But that's a great show.
What was I going to say about Canada? Have you seen anything being filmed? Are you in Toronto right now?
No, I'm in Los Angeles right now.
That's correct.
But I have seen things I went to a high school that was like an acting school for people, which was really fun. Like Hayden Christensen went there, like Luke Skywalker. It was like a weird school.
Oh wow. You mean Hayden Christensen. Yes, you got the actor's name. I thought you were going to say and it's Anakin Skywalker, not Luke Skywalker, because he was
Anakin.
Luke Skywalker was Mark Hamill, of course. It's always been Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker, except for a brief cameo of him as an infant, which was played by some dumb baby that hasn't worked a day in his life after that.
That damn baby.
Damn babies. They don't know that they're on screen, and they don't know to negotiate rates. Marcus Fichtel says, do you think we would be more unified as a nation if there were no toilet stall walls and we had to look at each other while using the glass of water button at the bidet?
Women don't even have that. Like, men have a trough. You guys already have a bond. This is why men get along and women don't.
Would you say that women respect privacy more, though, and are very respectful of things?
Maybe, but I genuinely think that like guys have that bro moment where they're like, they feel more comfortable right away, and women have a you need to earn your trust feeling, and I think it's all because of the way that the bathrooms in public are set up.
It is true. They say that 60% of our time is spent in bathrooms, and that
60.
Yes, and then 50% is sleeping, and then 30% is living.
Yes, and that you're only supposed to sit on a toilet for less than 5 minutes.
That's insane.
Yeah, everyone's hurting their rectums, right? Like they've done new studies where everyone's hurting their rectums right now because they're sitting on it too long looking at their phones.
What if I need to think?
Yeah, that's the problem. It shouldn't be your think from.
I don't know what I would use as a recourse. Is there a device like a squatty potty that would stop the rectum from being damaged or harmed and making my butthole stronger?
Just make your poop come out faster so you don't have to sit there longer. If you choose to sit there longer because you're on your phone, then that's the problem.
I see. This is truly a chicken and egg scenario. What came first?
The poop or the toilet seat?
Yes.
The poop came first.
Well, it was the desire, but you had to sit on the toilet seat before the poop emerged. So you tell me, does conception start at 3 months? Does it start at...
I was getting into abortion.
I guess so. Because it's, you know what? It's similar. It's inside your body and it's going to come out and it's going to be presented to the world. At what point is it poop? And what point is it just mashed up mulch of what you ate for dinner? So I think that's a safer debate. I think that's a nice, like, soft pitch into really hard political topics, I think.
What does the S stand for in your name?
It stands for S.
Okay, I like it.
I was given a middle initial, but on the birth certificate it just says S. So I will go by it, but I do not know the full meaning of it. I feel like if I knew it... actually, you know what? I bet it stands for Skyrim. I'm Herbert Skyrim Tuttleton.
I like that.
Because I speak words of power, and for those Dovahkiin out there, Fus Ro Sa, my Dovahkiin brothers. I don't know why I made that reference. It's a terrible reference, and the Khajiit are horrible people, of cat people, and they're no good
What's
thieves.
a Khajiit?
A Khajiit in Skyrim, I'm glad that we got into this debate. A Khajiit
You
is
say debate. I'm just learning.
Well,
there's no rebuttal. I'm just asking what it is.
Let me tell you that my facts are very biased, but the Khajiit are a race of humanoid cat people. They have cat faces and humanoid bodies. They're very good at, oh God, Marcus, I'm gonna, oh yeah, you have a cat shirt on. That's great. Cats are fine. The Khajiit are the scum of all Skyrim games. They are very good at stealth. They will steal from you. They're just around, like, just being degenerates, drinking skooma all day. And Marcus Fichtel says that the S is for skooma. So he got there first, but boy, Marcus, you really steamed me. You know who's top number one public enemy on my list now? It's Marcus Fichtel.
So skooma is a bad thing.
Skooma is an addictive beverage that makes you really run fast, as I am to.
It sounds wonderful.
You try getting skooma drunk with the Khajiit. They're terrible people. Absolutely terrible.
It sounds like something I could get into. Well,
you can. All you have to do is play Skyrim. They have it for the Nintendo Switch. They have it for Xbox, PS4 or 5.
Is it 3D? I don't like 3D things. Like, I don't like Fortnite because it hurts my eyes.
You mean is the game in a three-dimensional space? Yes, it is. It is played in the first person or third person, and you swing a sword, or you do magic, or you shoot a bow on whatever you see and you want to die.
Nope. As soon as Mario hit that one, after Mario 3, where you had to go in the sky and the clouds, I was done. I was like, this is too much. Even the driving Mario was too much.
You are referring to Mario 64.
Mm-hmm. Yes. That's when I was like, video games, they hurt me.
So you can do an X and a Y, but as soon as Z is introduced, you're like, I hate it.
Yep, but I will crush anybody in some like Tetris or Dr. Mario to this day. I can crush that.
That's a good skill to have. I love stomping out all the nerds on
We could probably get more views right now if you were able to find a way for us to play Dr. Mario, you versus me right now.
Guess what, Kim? That's the task for a couple down the road. I think we've got a returning segment of playing video games with Kim McVicar.
I will kill you in this. I will crush you.
I will try to find as many 2D games as possible.
I will crush you.
Probably because I have a problem with patterns and colors. So that's that's accurate. Kim, back to your profession, yes. Your stand-up career, and also you're a dance instructor and dancer.
Why not? Yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah. How many accolades can I fill in your cup before you're like, oh, I feel bad that I'm an imposter?
I mean, I got my own little cutout behind me. I feel good.
Yeah, you could probably do anything and people will be like, oh, yeah, she's got a cutout. She probably was in a movie.
This is not just a background. This is a cutout for those of you at home. It's not a Zoom background. This is a real thing.
Michael Vereskovic is saying, done, let's stomp. I think that he's referring to playing video games with us.
Yeah, I'll crush you, Michael. You're going down.
Kim's really excited about that one, Michael, so it looks like you got some competition. There is a way to do it. I think that might be because Cyberpunk 2077 is coming out this week. So I'm going to be playing that nonstop. I love Cyberpunk. Let it be said that when I play this video game, it will be the last video game I ever play and need to play. And you will not see me for months on end. We will find a way to stream.
So cool.
What?
Just said you'll never see you again. So this is the last episode.
Yes, Herbert S. Tuttleton's Hour has gone on hiatus once again. This will now be the 4th time that we have gone on hiatus, but we'll be back. Yeah, I have to quit video games, Colin. Yes, I do. It's time. It's finally here. That might be an option, though, because I think that we can... I have a capture device, so I can just hook it up to any console that I want and just play off of whatever. So, looks like we got some new cool things to do.
Yes. It's such a dad moment. We got some cool things to do.
Absolutely. Kim, I will kind of, in honor of Gilbert Gottfried, the father of comedy, Kim, can you tell us a quick joke that you like to tell, or a fun joke that you think is fitting for Gilbert Gottfried's death?
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Guess who's not here?
Who's not there? Who?
My dad, Gilbert Gottfried.
Kim McVicar, I didn't know that this was a family affair. I apologize to you. I apologize to the Gottfried estate. My God, what an embarrassing circumstance this has become.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Gilbert.
Gilbert who?
Gilbert, forget about me because I'm dead.
Kim, you told me this in the pre-show, but I guess I'll just make it apparent for everyone.
More.
For everyone in the chat, Kim has been drinking all day, so
yeah, this is the best.
Kim, why don't you go ahead?
This is fun. This is who I am.
Yes, you got any more in the gun to shoot for that?
Yeah, knock knock.
Who's there?
Godfrey.
Gottfried who?
Godfried, all the people. That was a good one.
That's actually pretty good for Gilbert Gottfried, and he was Jewish, so he would like that one actually.
Super accident. Why is his last name spelled? It's not spelled like God and free.
It is a German spelling, and I'm gonna count on the chat here with our German resident Marcus Fichtel. Gottfried does mean God, free of God. Marcus, would you like to speak to that? Was that a name that was given in the German Expressionist era, or Impressionist, with a Nietzsche quote of "God is dead"?
Oh wow, that's messed up.
It happened in the 1920s, so we've had some time to think on it.
Okay, well that's good.
Marcus, anything? No?
Someone's asking me if I know a Kristen, but I'm trying to see which Kristen it is.
Kirsten Alberts?
Yeah, I was trying to curse. Yeah, my eyes. It's very small font on my phone.
It's unfortunate.
Probably. We'll say that, Michael. Probably.
Stay tuned for the answer on that.
Yeah, but I'm playing video games.
Marcus Fichtel has come back to us. It says Gottfried means water butt cleaner.
Yeah, he used a bidet. We got this. This is great.
I see. So he would love my movie idea for a children's animated movie of Bidaby's Big Day debut. Perfect.
Herbert, can I ask you a question?
Yes. Anything, I am truthful, and I will answer anything 100% true.
What are we doing with our lives right now?
You mean on this stream, which is immaculate and good, or just in general in the COVID times, which are terrible and bad?
Somewhere in the middle.
A medium wash. We're shooting the shit. I'm starting to not talk now. I'm sure Colin Jeffrey is going to really nail me to the fucking wall on that one. We are living our lives as best we can. I have created this platform so that many, both watchers and participants, do not feel as lonely as they go through this quarantine together. Also, I want to have as many famous people on so I can ride their coattails and become famous when everything is over, and I will get many monies and a movie deal. So that is why I've done it.
Oh, you think I'm kind of famous? That's very sweet.
Absolutely. I mean, look at Kim McVicar's Instagram following. It is large. I only get Instafluencers on this show so that I can say, hey, if you like this, follow me because I have very similar content and I am very palatable to the general Instagram community of fashion.
Very fun how Instagram gives you these algorithms of like what are your best posts. And a lot of women post these pictures of them in bathing suits. And the posts of me that do well with like comments and like DMs are whenever I'm fully covered like in a hoodie. I don't know what that says. But whenever I'm like fully covered, people are like, I need to talk to this chick. She gets me. So weird.
I would imagine like there are models for everything, and you're just a hoodie model. Like everyone's like, oh, this is fashion. I want to get that hoodie, whatever it is.
Yeah, I bet you she's fit under there. I could tap that because I still get like creeps. It's still like, hey, I'd like to see what's under those pockets. Like it's so weird.
Maybe this is like a weird upcoming like retro fetish where it's like the more clothed you are, people are like, oh, mystery and intrigue. I can paint my own picture.
I bet you got a fifth ab in the middle and it's weird and I want to see it.
I want to see it. I don't know. I cannot see, and I'm going to assume that you have at least 5 beauty marks and 2 birthmarks, and they're not in a place that you would expect.
What's the difference between a beauty mark and a birthmark? Well, obviously a birthmark you had. Beauty mark is just like the sun and we just call it that?
I think a beauty mark is any sort of prominent mole or discoloration in a fun place of beauty, like a cute eye or a little lip, like
but it's basically sun damage.
The mole I think was natural there, but I think you're talking about melanoma.
Maybe.
Yeah, that one's bad. You don't want that one. But a beauty mark is just a mole that you have.
So you weren't born with it; just popped up one day.
No, you have it like when you're born, and everyone's like, "Oh, look at that cool beauty mark."
But you said a beauty mark versus a birthmark.
Oh, a birthmark, yes, you are also born with, but usually a birthmark is, and this is going to sound bad, an undesirable mark of some unique characteristic, like a fun, like thing where it's like Mikhail Gorbachev has one famously. Okay. He has a thing on his forehead that looks like. I think it looks like Vietnam, strangely enough. The country of Vietnam.
Are you a Democrat or a Republican?
I am a libertarian because I believe that we should have no government, and that definitely works as a system of government. If everyone was allowed to do whatever they wanted, the market would work itself out.
I wish you were the bigger one on this Instagram over myself. Or not Instagram, YouTube.
You wish that I was bigger?
Yeah, and I was smaller. I just caught a glimpse of my face on this.
Here.
It's fine. I'm not. I just.
Let's try this. There, is that better?
I didn't even brush my hair today.
Here, I'll just put it side by side. There we go. There we go.
I just want to be a fun little popover on you. I think that's fun.
Yes, that's very fun. What do you have to say?
What are you doing these side profiles for?
Because
you are bigger now.
Yes.
See, but you look so cool as a cutout. I think I want to be a cutout. I mean, I'm not asking you to do this right now, but
you want to have a green screen and you want to take out the background and do a virtual background, is what you're saying, and make it transparent.
For the rest of my life.
You know what? We can make that work. Let's block the chat because it's
turgid
and repugnant.
Well, it looks like I just whispered in your ear.
I know. This is what we're having a conversation now.
I gotta move over here. No,
I'm sure the chat is whooping this up as if this was some fun bit, and they're probably roasting me right now. Oh my goodness. Very good.
All right. What questions do you have for me, or did you not have any?
We're just general chatting. I will now move this. You know what? I'll do this because I think this is a better format for what we're going to do. Yes, right there. Very good. Kim.
Yes.
What's the most difficult dance move that you had to do in public? Did you nail it or did it fall flat?
Probably some form of breakdancing. I would say my favorite time I breakdanced was in a club in New York City. I had heels on. I was with my best friend Kat in high school. Well, we were past high school, but she's my best friend from high school. And I had high heels on and everyone was doing this breakdancing circle. And I got aggressive and was like, I could do this. And then I got in the middle and then I started breakdancing. And then I put my heels in this guy's face who didn't think that I could do it. And I was like, But also, breakdancing with heels is very easy because it's all in your hands. It's basically handstands. So people don't realize that it's just shiny shoes in your face for no reason. But they're like, oh! And you feel like you did something good, but you didn't.
Excuse me. Are you doing like windmills and fucking like jackhammers and stuff like that?
Yeah, like handstand stalls where you like spin on your hands, but it's all on your hands for the most part.
Yeah.
I can do windmills, but your feet are never really touching the floor.
My God. I'd get a wide angle camera on this. I want to see breakdancing. God. I didn't know that.
I'd say the most difficult would be any live television. Anytime you dance live, because they have a tech rehearsal, but the camera people aren't there. And then like live VMAs, the camera person's like right here, and you're like, oh, I have to kick right now. I will kill you if like you like want to do it for the wide, but you're also worried about the human being with a giant piece of glass near their eye.
What do you, like, who's at fault if you kick the camera? Is it the cameraman or is
Oh,
it
they
you?
get kicked all the time. It's his fault, but he also was in the tech, but wasn't on the stage. It's like them one, and I'm sure like camera people like get into like what they're, I don't know what they're looking for. Maybe it's like a cool back, like they're always looking for their artsy eye or whatever. But you're subconsciously like, oh, there's a human being that wasn't standing there last time I did this. Please don't hurt them.
My God. Also, for those of you in the chat who don't know, Kim was an original Toronto Raptors dancer.
And they won last year. What?
She's very proud of that, and she brings it up every chance that she gets.
Won.
And then she has also danced for Jay-Z.
No, Diddy.
I'm
Not
sorry.
Jay-Z. I've met Jay-Z, but I never danced with him.
How was Jay-Z as a person? Sleepy?
I mean, I said hi. He said hi back. It was so cool.
Hell yeah.
Like,
an exchange of highs. The pinnacle.
Any rapper I ever met was either in rehearsal or on a concert or at their parties, and all of them are the same. It's them being like...
And to each other? It's just a silent party where everyone's just going...
It's like a moment where people like are like, is she gonna fuck me? And it's like, no. And then it's like, moving on. That's basically how it works.
God. Diddy is Puff Daddy Marcus. Rappers. Marcus is really grinding my gears here.
Yes.
Diddy is Puff Daddy. Is Sean Combs.
Is everything.
Jesus,
I will say,
Marcus.
When I danced for Diddy in Miami, when he hosted the VMAs, it was right before, well, it was during Hurricane Katrina, but right before, like the days leading up to. We were in rehearsal and obviously it was raining. A hurricane was on its way. And he had a guy outside just drying his car the entire time. And I was in the rehearsal room being like, that guy's job, he has an umbrella, it's raining, is just to dry. One day. What a nice amount of money to have.
One day. Well, it is coming down to the hour.
Will, we did it. Look at that.
We really did it. I'm getting news from my booking manager / groundskeeper that we have some more news. Apparently, Quick Draw McGraw has died. We have some graphic footage, but it is his memorial video. It's the only footage we can find. Here is our memoriam to Quick Draw McGraw, who has also died today. Please bow your heads for respect. I know. You know what's worse is I fucked up the transition. Kim, I'm unfortunately deeply saddened to a point of moroseness. I almost cannot form words at this. Quick Draw McGraw, of course, has died. He has shot himself again. Therefore, unfortunately, we have to end the stream. Kim McVicar, I thank you as always that we could have had, but that's it. So, Kim, thank you for being on our show, and we will see you next time.
When I kick your butt in video games.
We'll see what happens next time. Thank you, Kim McVicar.
1980s
That's it.
Video games.
Yes, only 1980s. Thank you to everyone who has watched, all 7 little donkeys of you that have been riding my little back this entire time. It's Monday. We are here every Monday at 7 p.m. with a new guest. My next guest will be Ed Helms. He's going to be on the show. Hopefully he doesn't die. Thank you very much. And that is the conclusion. Good day.
Hey, wow, everybody, we did it! Haha, welcome back, everybody. Thanks for watching. It's good to be back, and I don't know why I picked Kingdom Hearts for a background this time, but that's gonna change. Anyway.
I'm sorry. I did not work my little ass off until 3 a.m. for an old video. Please beg your pardon. 1 little second here, because we've got some stuff for you, and I can do it on the fly, because this is it. This is it, you stupid idiots. Thank you. Good day. This is Monday at 7 p.m. I worked my little ass off on this, and I hope that you watch it. Goodbye.
Wow, that's another one in the books. Thanks for watching, guys. Hey, and if you have other money that you want to donate, Cyberpunk is coming out this week, so maybe donate to me. I mean, Herbert, and look at all the cool stuff you can get. I got the chair. I don't know what this thing is, but I'm going to want it, and some mugs, keychains, and some people say this is kitsch, but I think it's pretty cool. Anyway, we need your bank account number, routing, and PIN, and grandmother's maiden name. You'd be crazy what they ask for nowadays. And no chase, I've been burned before. All right, thanks, guys. See you next time.
Sweet that I want to die. Candy coated suicide. You're mine.